I have to apologize. I've been away from the vise for a while. But at our last meeting, I tied this very simple dry fly, and I've had very good success with it. It's called the Mosquito, and like I said, it's very simple to tie. All you need is a grizzly hackle and some moose mane. Now the new moose mane that I use, what I do is I go to my taxidermist, local taxidermist, and he usually has this chunks of it available, and they run anywhere from 4 to 5 inches long, and they're white and brown, and that gives you the segmented body on the Mosquito fly. So what I do is I'll take a white hair from it. I don't know if you can see that very well. There you go. A white hair from it and a black hair from it. And I hope that this moose doesn't have a disease, because I put it in my mouth and run it over my saliva for a while. And then what that does is it keeps it from breaking. Okay, I'm going to use can't talk with a moose hair in my mouth. I'm going to use a size 14, but you can tie this down as small as an 18 to a 20. I'm just going to use a 14 because it'll show up better on camera here. And so I'm going to use black 70 denier thread, and just bring this down and wrap my hook shank. And then I'm going to take some grizzly hackle and use it as my tail. And I want this to be kind of sparse. So I'm going to take this and tie this on. And I don't, for the Mosquito, I don't make a loop around it or anything to hold it up. I just leave it like that right there. And then hopefully I have soaked this long enough that I can take a brown one and a white one and tie these in. And then I'm going to bring this thread on up and kind of make a little bit of a taper in the body. Like that. And then go ahead and trim this excess hair off. Now, hopefully, like I say, that I held this in my mouth long enough. And I'm just going to take and wrap this up. Just like that. And then I'll tie this off. I'm going to tighten my bobbin up a little bit. Perfect. When I've got this body wrapped, I'm going to take a little bit of Sally Hansen and add to it. And that'll give it a little bit of a shine, and it'll also strengthen it. Because really these moose mane hair, are not that tough. So I put that on like that, and then I'm going to let it dry. When that's dried, now I'm going to take a grizzly hackle and I'm going to tie it in so that the dull side is facing towards me. And that'll allow those hackles to come out and tie in as a dry type of a hackle. And I'm just going to work this hackle forward. Leaving enough room for my head. When I get up to where I want to be, I'm going to tie that off. Trim the hackle off. Trim some of these stray fibers out. Lick my finger. Pull them back. Tie my head off and then whip finish. When I whip finish, I like to turn my fly kind of to the side. and that helps hold that thread from slipping off the front of the hook. Trim your thread. I got a couple more stray fibers. And the reason those are is because I didn't really follow what I was telling you to leave yourself enough room for the head, and I just, when I tied it off, I tied some extra ones in. So right there is your mosquito fly, which is a very good fly to use in my area when the midges are coming out, and also it can represent really any type of mayfly. It's just kind of a generic dry fly. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a like, and I'll see you next time.